March 25th, 1945. Palm Sunday. The city of Aachen, Germany. The war was supposed to be over here. American troops had captured the city months earlier. The fighting had moved east. The rubble was being cleared. Germany was already being rebuilt. A new mayor had been appointed by the U.S. Army. His name was Franz Oppenhoff. That night, Oppenhoff was at home, eating dinner with his wife and children. He believed he was safe. He believed the Nazis were gone. He was wrong. Outside, in the darkness of his garden, 3 figures were moving quietly. 2 men, 1 woman. They wore American flight jackets. They spoke English, but they were not Americans. They knocked on the door. Oppenhoff opened it. "We are American aviators," one of the men said calmly. "Our plane crashed. We need help." Oppenhoff stepped forward. Then he noticed the woman standing behind them. Her eyes were empty, cold, dead. The man pulled a pistol fitted with a silencer. 1 shot. Franz Oppenhoff collapsed in his own hallway. The assassins did not run. They did not panic. They walked calmly back into the night. They had completed their mission. This was not just a murder. It was the first strike of Operation Werewolf. And it was a message. The war is not over. We are still here. The Nazi werewolves were not a myth. They were not folklore. They were Hitler's last secret weapon, a planned underground army of assassins, saboteurs, and fanatics designed to wage terror war after Germany's defeat. Their mission was simple: kill collaborators, kill mayors, kill American officers, make occupation impossible. To understand where this terror came from, you have to go back to late 1944. The Third Reich was collapsing. Germany was losing on every front. Heinrich Himmler, head of the SS, knew the war could not be won conventionally. So he chose a different kind of war, a guerrilla war. Himmler went on national radio. His voice was fanatical. "We will be the werewolves," he declared. "We will strike from the shadows. We will kill the traitor who works with the enemy. We will make their lives a living hell." The name was deliberate. The werewolf, human by day, monster by night. Himmler ordered secret bunkers built in the Black Forest, weapons buried, explosives hidden. He recruited the most fanatical Hitler youth boys and the most ruthless girls from the League of German Girls. Children, teenagers. He told them they were the resistance, that they would fight to the last breath. American intelligence heard the broadcast. General Eisenhower heard it. And for the first time, American commanders were uneasy. They knew how to fight tanks, but how do you fight an enemy who looks like a civilian, an enemy who might be a 16-year-old girl with a grenade in her basket? Aachen was the first major German city to fall to the Allies. It mattered. If Aachen could be stabilized, Germany could be rebuilt. The Americans chose Franz Oppenhoff as mayor. He was a lawyer, a Catholic, an outspoken anti-Nazi. To the Americans, he represented a new Germany. To the Nazis, he was a traitor. In Berlin, Joseph Goebbels watched closely. He was furious. He declared Oppenhoff an enemy of the fatherland. A secret Nazi tribunal sentenced him to death. But Aachen was deep inside American territory, guarded by tanks, military police, checkpoints.
To reach him, the SS needed something special: a suicide teen. The SS selected a small unit. The leader was Herbert Wenzel, a hardened SS officer. But the key to the mission was a 22-year-old woman. Her name was Ilse Hirsch. She was a leader in the League of German Girls. She knew the countryside around Aachen. She was fanatically loyal. And she looked harmless. Who would suspect a young woman walking down a road? The team was trained in silent killing, sabotage, and American slang. They were given a captured B-17 bomber. On the night of March 24th, the plane flew over American lines. The assassins jumped. They landed in the woods, buried their parachutes, put on their disguises, and began walking toward Aachen. They passed American checkpoints, Ilse Hirsch smiled at the guards. The GIs smiled back. They let her through. They did not know she carried a map of the mayor's house in her pocket. The morning after the murder, American military police found Oppenhoff's body. They found the cut telephone wires. This was not random violence. This was a professional assassination. Goebbels celebrated on the radio. "The traitor Oppenhoff has been judged," he announced. "The werewolves are watching." Panic spread. German civilians stopped cooperating. Translators quit. Shopkeepers closed. People became afraid to help American soldiers. The myth was working. The Nazis were trying to turn Germany into a land of terror. General Eisenhower was not intimidated. He was furious. He issued a simple order: stamp them out. The Counterintelligence Corps was unleashed. The CIC, the FBI of the U.S. Army. They hunted relentlessly. The werewolves used brutal tactics. One favorite method was piano wire stretched across roads at neck height. A jeep with the windshield down would decapitate its occupants. Patton's Third Army faced this threat constantly. Patton ordered steel wire cutters welded to the front of every jeep. That single metal bar saved hundreds of lives. Patton also issued another order: if you catch a sniper in civilian clothes, shoot him. If you catch a saboteur, shoot him. The laws of war protect soldiers in uniform. They do not protect terrorists. Despite the fear, the truth was grim. The werewolves were not elite commandos. They were mostly children. Teenage boys given Panzerfausts and bicycles, told to attack Sherman tanks. In one incident, a group of 14-year-olds attacked an American convoy. They were cut down by machine gun fire. When American soldiers searched the bodies, they found candy in their pockets. They realized they had killed children. The Americans came to see the werewolf program for what it was: not resistance, child sacrifice. Ilse Hirsch and her team escaped. For a time, they disappeared, but American intelligence never forgets. After the war, the CIC tracked them down. The pilot talked. The support teams talked. Eventually, they found Ilse Hirsch. She had married, had children, lived quietly. She was arrested in 1949.
The werewolf trial shocked Germany, but the verdict stunned the Americans. She was acquitted of murder, convicted only of membership in a criminal organization. She walked free. It was a bitter lesson. You cannot kill an ideology with bullets. You have to kill it with stability. By late 1945, the werewolf threat was gone. Why? Because the German people were exhausted. They wanted food, jobs, peace. They saw Americans rebuilding roads, restoring order, bringing supplies. Patton understood this. The German, he said, once he knows he is beaten, will work for you. Strict occupation crushed the werewolves faster than any firefight. Curfews, arrests, control. The shadows had nowhere left to hide. Operation Werewolf was the last gasp of the Nazi regime. It murdered good men like Franz Oppenhoff. It killed careless American soldiers. And it sacrificed German children for nothing. But it failed. Because terror could not defeat order. Because fear could not defeat discipline. And because the American army refused to be hunted. Today, if you see a World War II Jeep with a strange metal rod welded to its bumper, you know what it means. It is a scar, a reminder of a time when the enemy was not an army, but a ghost in the woods.